Hi, my name is Ina, and I'm going to be talking about the LPS Girl Empowerment Program, exactly what it is, and how you can get involved with it the second semester of the 2017-2018 school year. So, right on to it. What exactly is this program? The LPS Girl Empowerment Program is the first ever district-wide girl empowerment program in the entire state of Nebraska. It's completely youth-run and it serves hundreds of kids in different age groups and socioeconomic backgrounds. And what I mean by youth-run is that there's absolutely zero adult involvement. And everything that we do here is completely done by high schoolers. So that in my opinion is what makes this organization so incredible. But a little bit more on what we do on the elementary, middle, and high school level, because it is a little bit different on each part. So on the elementary school level, high schoolers get together to lead after-school girl empowerment programs. And these girl empowerment programs are just programs designed to empower young girls, build their self-confidence, teach them leadership skills, and teach them how to combat different gender-based issues that they might face throughout their life. On the middle school level, we do a very similar thing, except this time instead of high schoolers leading after-school girl empowerment programs, they're leading empowerment programs for all genders. And the reason that we do this is because we strongly believe that girl empowerment and gender-based issues are things that all genders need to care about. And that's why on this level is when we start to bring in all genders. And another thing that we do is we run activities on the high school level because we really feel that in order for us to go into elementary and middle schools and empower girls, we first need to be empowered ourselves. And so one way that we do that is through our partnership with the Girl Up United Nations Foundation. And the Girl Up United Nations Foundation is a foundation which is dedicated to fundraising, advocating, and raising awareness to issues girls face all around the world. And that's a really cool organization that we're partnered with, and the main reason that we're partnered with this organization is because through our partnership, we're able to not only empower others, we're able to empower ourselves. And so that's just a little bit of an overview on what we do on each level. But now on to how you can get involved. So one way you can get involved is by joining our elementary school leadership team. So what our elementary school leadership team essentially does is lead the after-school elementary girl empowerment programs. So how this kind of works is that you're assigned to elementary schools all over LPS, but mainly based on your availability and the location that you live in. One thing that I would like to note, though, is that this leadership team is exclusive for girls, and the reason for that is because we talk about very vulnerable issues, and the younger girls just feel more comfortable talking to older girls with that. And so our programs are just more successful if we keep this team exclusive for girls. But if you're not a girl, no worries, because there's many other ways you can get involved. And one way you can do that actually is by joining our middle school leadership team. And what our middle school leadership team does is run the after-school middle school empowerment programs. And one restriction that we do have on the middle school leadership team, though, is that it's only for 10th graders and up, and that's just mainly for the reason that it's kind of awkward sometimes for a 9th grader to work with an 8th grader. But other than that, all genders are welcome in our middle school leadership team, and this is a really, really fun team to be involved with. So strongly suggest being part of this team. Another team that you can also be a part of is our awareness team. And our awareness team essentially raises awareness of issues girls face in our community and around the world. So they meet weekly to talk about these issues and brainstorm ways that they can work together to raise awareness of these issues. So it's a pretty cool team to be a part of. Another cool team you can be a part of is the advocacy team. And our advocacy team is a team that advocates for girls' rights and gender equality in our government. So one thing that they do is they organize in-district meetings. They also write letters and tweets and make thousands of calls to Congress to advocate for legislation. And another cool thing that they might be doing this spring is planning a march for gender equality and promoting girls' rights all over the world. So if you're into those types of things, the advocacy team is definitely for you. Another thing that we do is that we fundraise a lot of money, and our fundraising team is obviously the team that's in charge of that. So they plan fundraisers, they gain sponsorships from local businesses, and they collect donations. So if you're really good at event planning, the fundraising team is really, really good for you, along with the fact that if you're really good at making connections in our community and convincing people, the fundraising team is also for you. So that's also a really cool team to be a part of. Another team that you can be a part of is our recruitment team, and the main job of the recruitment team, aside from recruiting, is fostering interest in our programs. And they hold different drives, different educational events to get people to join our programs. They also organize socials, and they encourage active involvement within our organization. Another team that you can get involved with is our graphics team. If you're really good, if you're really artistically talented or really good with technology, this team's really, really good for you because you'll be doing a lot of designing of flyers and posters. You'll be doing a lot of painting and drawing. We will be managing our website, maybe editing a few PowerPoints. You could also be involved in doing some photography and videography. Those are all really cool things that the graphics team does. Another huge project that they might be working on this semester is painting a mural for our community. So if that's something that you're interested in, this is probably the team for you. Another team that you can be involved with is the publicity team, and the publicity team is mainly in charge of blogging, contacting local news stations to spread awareness of the LPS Girl Empowerment Program and the work that we're doing. They write our weekly newsletter, and one also really cool thing that they do is they handle our social media accounts. So if we do a takeover of the United Nations Snapchat, that would be what the publicity team does. So that's a really cool team to be a part of. Another team that you can be a part of is our expansion team, which is actually new this semester. And what the expansion team does is it works to increase the amount of Girl Up clubs in Nebraska, because right now we're the only Girl Up club in the entire state of Nebraska, but we really want to be able to spread the message out to the entire state of Nebraska. So this is kind of what the expansion team does. They work with other communities and schools to start similar empowerment programs within their districts. Another thing that they do is they connect with clubs all around the world. So you might handle our exchange program or our pen pal program if you're part of our expansion team. So those are two really cool things that you could do if you're part of the expansion team. Now, right on to how you register. So it's pretty easy. All you have to do is visit likeagirllps.org, and then there should be a tab that comes up called Register. You click on that, and all the instructions are there. On that page, there should be a link to a page that sends you to a page with more information on the exact meeting dates and times for our different teams. This page will tell you a little bit more about our teams. Will also tell you kind of how much time it's going to take. So make sure you look at that before you sign up for specific teams. But if you look at that and you see that none of these times work out for you, and you just realize that you really can't invest as much time as you would like into this organization, that's totally fine. We do have something called the Ambassadors Program that you can sign up for. And kind of what our Ambassadors Program consists of is a group of high schoolers that are super into girl empowerment, but unfortunately don't have the time they wish they had to invest in this program. So they receive all the benefits of membership, like free entrance to our events and some other things. And that's what you can do if you're part of the Ambassadors Program. However, I suggest that you don't sign up for the Ambassadors Program unless you absolutely cannot sign up for any other team, because there really will be a lack of involvement if you are part of the Ambassadors Program. Other than that, the Ambassadors Program is really great, though. Just know that it's probably better to be involved in the team than the Ambassadors Program. So that's a little bit more about the LPS Girl Empowerment Program and how you can register. I really look forward to meeting you. Thank you for listening.